See, I'm gonna have to do this again just to check.
But nothing is on, bro. Like,
That's on.
They don't see it.
They never know. I never know who they're seeing my DP.
Alrighty then.
Yeah,
Welcome to episode 4 of the PlugCast. It's your boy.
Yes, sir. It's your boy, Chabito, a.k.a. Chab Heights, a.k.a. Bundling King, a.k.a. the voice of LOB, a.k.a. Rap with the Books. Even I've got that thing on lock right now. I've got that thing on lock. and of course, I'm never riding solo. I'm with my mans in them.
My name is Mac Tata, Mako Tata, Tony Tata. All you gotta do is put Tata at the end of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Tata at the end, baby.
Hey, man, things have been happening.
There's a lot happening, bro.
Too much.
First and foremost, something that I don't know if I'm gonna say this bothers me, or it's a little suspect towards, or there's a lot of suspect things happening. One of the suspect things that happened that I'd like us to just go across really quickly, and I'll explain why I could whole suspect.
Yeah.
Last KRM, the man's last KRM.
Yeah.
Put up a post. I don't know how many days ago, and killing, but he basically put up a post saying that him and the homie Khatama, him and Bissau, are working now.
Yeah, they're working together.
They're working together, and basically the long and short of it is any business you're trying to do with him, go through Bissau.
Yeah.
And there was something there about who were willing to do free ads for something. If I hope I'm not getting it wrong, but anyway, that is that. Whatever they're doing is what
for 5 meter.
5 meter.
You didn't see this post?
There was a 5 meter in there.
Yeah.
Hey,
is that not what a capital P, a 5 and a small M means? 5 million.
Bisa, what are you saying? I'm a pillow. Damn, what 5 meter?
The post said 5 million.
Damn, I gotta go read that thing again, unless I read a different one. Anyway, but
it said he's going to be handling music, comedy, basically doing everything.
He's basically. So what do you think? What type of deal do you think these guys
Continue
have?
to what's bothering you about this thing.
Okay, what's bothering me about it is I guess it's just basically what I was just about to ask anyway. Look, man. Like I'm not even gonna beat around the bush in terms of Twilight action.
It's
it's late one. Here's the thing. The homie Bisco has had a street reputation, and had a street reputation. I'm talking about rumors, daughter. There's always been rumors that the homie just doesn't do. He likes to do a lot of homie business. I guess once it's never legit, and somehow guys always get the short end of the stick.
Yeah,
Baspan and Leboni. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm not even trying to mention any names, but this is like it's left a lot of people not too excited about this issue.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people. Now the thing is, a few months ago, if not like a year ago, I saw Bisco was reaching out to a couple of young dudes. I've seen him in Alabama, Jamaica. I've seen him hanging out my young homie Bonesy, Marinade, Bouze. He's been Libo Big Star. I wasn't sure what was happening there, but I do remember there was a time when he was pushing this agenda. People should get clean off drugs. Yeah. And I think it was around the same time he's opening up he's trying to open up a rehab facility.
Yeah.
There's a crib in Uncle Paxi in G West somewhere. Okay. That's the actual rehab facility.
Alright.
So I've seen a place outside.
Yeah.
So around that time, it was the time there was a lot of those little documentaries going around, like little clips of people confess about their drug use and how they got off and how it's ruined their lives. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So people, there was that philanthropical thing Bisco is on.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this was a thing where he was trying to clean up his image or whatever, because people have always just had this thing about him and drugs the same way. You know what I mean? So, but like I'm saying, this is all hearsay at the end of the day. So now my thing just becomes I'm trying to understand what kind of deal these guys have.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. And
unfortunately, maybe because of the rumors, Lena, that I've heard over the years, where I always feel like there can't be fire, there can't be smoke without fire. I don't know how good of a deal this is for this kid. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, Jorge. If you were to get out in your eyes, what do you know? What do you know about the two parties? And I don't know what you know about the deal, but if you were to give this man advice, if you were to give this kid advice, what would you say?
What I don't know much about Bissau. These rumors, this is all new to me. Only thing I know is that he ran Miss Botswana at one point.
Yes.
And
it was around the time Staga used to perform.
And then also he was a part of the whole Staga going to South Africa thing. Those are the two that I know. I don't know anything in between. I know, well, William is a rising star. He's a rising star. So I feel like because he is multi-talented. His ceiling is, he's got a high ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing I would want to ask questions about is the deal itself. Why? What does this $5 million entail? Are you, as William, saying, let me cash out the $5 million because I don't know if I'll ever make $5 million in my life?
Is it in like an advance?
Or is it a 360 deal where you say, okay, give me the $5 million and then you recoup the $5 million, and then after that we will go 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Like a 360 deal.
Like a 360 deal.
Yeah. So you know, I just hope he didn't sign away the rights to his image, the rights to his music, the rights to his content, like all of that stuff. I hope he still has ownership in that, because that, with time, you could always come back and revisit. How many times have you gone back to watch, a comedy special from a comedian that you like? How many times have you gone back to listen to music from the 90s because, our favorite rappers are from that era? You know what I'm saying? So there's a kid out there who's now coming into his own, finding out what he likes, and William is one of the things that he likes. When he becomes older, he's going to go, hey, let me go listen to these things. Kind of these kids these days don't make music the way William used to make music back in the day. And then if he revisits and then William doesn't get a cut, then what's the point? You see what I mean? So I don't know, man. Like, if
and now obviously we're in an era where it's easier to what's the word, to savor this music. Unlike when things were on CDs, now it's like people have to go find their masters again. So now since everything is so digital and saved properly when you're driving.
Get it. But I would say, if it is a favorable deal, congratulations, bro. Well, firstly, congratulations for getting 5 meter. 5 meters is not easy to find.
5 meters is not easy to find
in the entertainment industry in Botswana. So congratulations to you on that. I hope this deal is favorable. I don't know anything bad about Bissau, so I really can't say anything about anything to that effect. All I know is he tried to do the rehab thing. I don't know where it ended up. But if he's really helping this kid get to the money, big up to you. Congratulations to all of that. Shout out to that.
If it really is like what it sounds like it is. If you were Bissau, would you put 5 meter on this kid?
Yes. And I'm getting a 360 deal.
Yeah.
Really
what would be your avenues for recoupment?
Everything. First of all, we're going next door.
But what are we gonna go try to do?
Music,
comedy, acting. Yes.
I'm going to call the Fergusons and say, can we get this kid a part somewhere in Rockville, the Queen, Kings of Joburg, or whatever else they got their hands in? You mean to tell me you can't get this kid a role somewhere there? He's the comedy relief in a tense situation. We call Casper and say, Casper, can we get a feature? How much for a feature? And it's going. If he says 100,000, fine. I'll give you 200,000. We can do 2 tracks.
Yeah. And
I call the major league DJs because they're on the piano wave and say, what does it cost us to do a track?
He's been on a piano song actually locally.
Exactly.
It's actually a hot song.
Thank you. Yeah. So like right there from and then I'm gonna sit on
the Samaro. Kid is hot, huh?
The
kid is hot. Yeah.
If Mac G can talk about him because he likes Tinto so much.
Yeah, the kid is hot.
Why not do a Tinto remix with SA artists?
The kid is hot. Free game, straight up. Okay, cool, man.
That's
speaking of comedy relief. Quick fast. I just wanted to say I watched
Coming to America too. Yeah.
What do you want from me, man?
What did you watch? I mean, no, obviously, what did you think? 5 plugs rated right now.
5 plugs.
Out of 5.
It's a 2 for me. That would be fit. Nah, B. And you know what? Unfortunately for me, I bought into the hype.
The hype of what?
The hype of coming to America. The marketing was
That's
beautiful.
The problem right there.
The marketing was beautiful. I don't want to lie to you.
That's the problem.
The whole Rick Rossi, the whole nasty scenes on the thing. How many people? How many Africans are on the thing? How many Africans are entailed in this thing? Nonza Mombata, and Nonza Mombata.
Did you see your man's Rick Ross acting as one of the kids?
I saw. But you see, that's why.
No, okay, no. Let me tell you what the problem is, right? Firstly, the problem is that in 1980s, Eddie Murphy struck lightning in a bottle. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5. That guy was on a roll. From the stand-up specials, he did 2 stand-up specials, and then he did an allure of movies, bro, and they all went box office. Now. He took
Eddie Murphy was something else.
He was hot.
I'm just remembering now from the stand-up specials, because I do remember I watched Delirious again, Maloba, and in Delirious he did speak at the end. He was like, "Who would have thought that 21-year-old?"
He was 21.
That guy was 21 when he made Delirious.
21 when he did Beverly Hills Cop. He was 20.
And the level of comedy on that special was so professional. Like, hey, money, like daily man. And then Beverly Hills.
There's a secret to that, but I'll tell you.
And then Beverly Hills,
Beverly Hills, Trading Places. What is the other one? Harlem Nights.
Coming to America, he did all those guys.
Coming to America, Boomerang. Like, he was on a 10-year roll, bro, and then he took a 20-year break. So, you guys expected too much. You didn't take this movie for what it is.
I'll say one thing.
You were hoping for the things that you got when you watched Coming to America 1.
Maybe so.
Times have changed. You have to be PC nowadays, politically correct. So he couldn't do a lot of the jokes that he was doing back then.
He couldn't do a lot of jokes.
He had to like, I feel like they were like, what do we have to do? Okay, we have to stay away from the colorism within our own race. Yeah. We had to do women empowerment.
Yeah. Because stay away from LGBT.
Stay away from those things. You see? Race relations or tribal relations, like keeping everybody, like, I feel like there were checkpoints. And so because you're like, this is obvious, this is obvious, this is obvious, it becomes that. Yeah. You see what I mean?
I think personally, let me say maybe the biggest disappointment of all of it, and this for me is personally comes, this is a personal thing that always happens to me when I watch movies. If I can predict the storyline very easily, I'm not going to have a good time.
They gave it away in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, honestly, they did for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Honestly, they did for me, and yeah,
they gave it away in the first 10
minutes. But maybe after you saying that, maybe I'll try to go watch it.
Y'all expected too much, yo. Like, y'all wanted Coming to America 1 so bad. Y'all, like, we miss Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, and the thing is, the other thing I came to realize, a lot of it Eddie Murphy didn't even carry a lot of the movie.
No, he didn't.
And
as before, and where he played 27 roles.
Where he played so many roles, and I could actually tell even a lot of the scripting, he was part of it.
Was improvising.
I saw him a lot. Kind of I actually almost feel the same way I felt when I watched Bad Boys for Life. In terms of, I felt like there was a bit more of Will Smith than there was Martin in that movie.
Yeah. I get it. The next one is about his relationship with his son.
You see now. You see. I don't want to see all that.
His newfound son.
He found himself Spanish son.
An entanglement. With a Hispanic chica
that he had with Le Bruja. That was with Le Bruja. Yeah? Nana Le Bruja. Anyway, man. Yeah, so that's.
But you know who stole the movie from me?
Who?
Wesley Snipes.
Dog.
Wesley Snipes.
Can I just say, Wesley really killed that flick.
Wesley Snipes.
Yo, I don't even want to lie. The minute, what's his name? Michael Blackson. When Michael Blackson was introducing him, I thought Michael Blackson was introducing himself. And find out when the people opened up and my man came walking like this, I'm like, this is what I signed up for. This is what I want. I am find out when Will Smith. Shout outs to Will Smith, man.
Why Will Smith?
Why am I saying Will Smith? Wesley Snipes. Sorry, Will Smith, my dude. Anyway, but the homie killed it. Yeah, the homie killed it. What else we want to talk about?
Your guy.
Who's that?
the father, Dada. It's not my problem that the government didn't announce they were doing these things at my house. First of all, wait, no. Okay, let me go back. First of all,
just brief the people what the
No. I'm going to go somewhere else, then we'll come back to that story.
Okay.
First of all, your guy is on tour more than rappers these days.
That guy is really fly.
The first citizen.
That man is very fly right now.
That guy has 10,000 freaking flyer miles right now.
Always in the air.
He's doing more tours than all the rappers combined in SADC.
Did you see the clip that was going around that went viral of the priest or the prophet that was saying the big men shouldn't travel within April?
Nah, I didn't see all that.
And he was saying he shouldn't travel during April because he might just end up in an accident.
No, I didn't see all that. They should arrest him. Don't ever say stuff like that. Nah, they should arrest. Don't ever say stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's.
But these prophet guys like to come out and and be.
You're wishing death on somebody's
That's
life.
the thing. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Don't do that. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, but
you're like, can we just keep Can we just keep you in the country for a solid 3 months?
I don't understand, guys, because
who's running the country if he's out of the country all the time?
I don't know.
Because those other guys,
people like to say no. Again, he has advisors and what. There's people who can handle it. Boss lamba thing, but guys.
So then, is it a ceremonious role?
Yo,
I would like to understand.
This man is always traveling, bro. He's always traveling. But then again, some people are saying, look, man, the man is a president. The man is a president, and he still has to do his presidential duties.
Yeah.
So they're saying the traveling and some of these things. These are things that he has to do.
No, he doesn't have to do it.
He doesn't.
During COVID,
you
have a reason to say, let's do it via Zoom. Excuse me.
That is. But that's the one thing I keep asking myself: why aren't they doing?
I'm sure there's a presidential Zoom where the connection is the best in the world and everything is in real time.
Yeah, I can even now they're doing parliament like that. Even though
you mean to tell me that he has you can't consult with your counterparts via Zoom?
No, they honestly should, man. I don't understand why it's not being done like that.
Like
I don't understand.
Maybe somebody smart out there can explain.
Maybe I don't know what exactly the missions that he's on are actually about, but I'm still not understanding why the conversation is like that and not being done over a Zoom call.
What is so important that you have to fly there?
That you have to be there physically. You get what I'm saying? In times like these, and I don't even remember how many guys have been here since COVID.
None. I don't know.
Very few, if not even anybody. I get.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly, I don't remember any presidents coming here. Mm-mm. So why is he going to people and they're not coming here,
bro?
Anyway,
to stay in the realm of politics, the chief financial aide or whatever it's called of the BDP party, Honorable Dada, has volunteered his home to be a place where people get the COVID vaccine. Yeah. Now, allegedly, as reported by newspapers and all this other kind of stuff, it's only the elite of Botswana who have been going there. Yeah. Now, VIPs of the country. That's what as they're putting it. Now, they're saying that he's saying that it's not his problem that the government didn't announce that he had volunteered his home. Now, on the other side, some of the opposition members have gone there and gotten their shots, but are framing it like the BDP is doing something dirty, but they knew the whole time.
Yeah, because I do remember them asking somebody, I forgot who it was.
There was one person,
and and then he goes and says, "I didn't know it was Dada's house when I went." But
when you're discussing it in Parliament, it's on the list that this place belongs to this person. It has to. It can't be a secret. Now, Botswana are griping that why do the elite and the VIPs have a secret location to go get the shot, and why is it at his house? Why are you pulling extra members of the, what do they call them, frontline workers to go there to administer to the VIPs? You know what I mean? When the rest of the country is waiting for the vaccine. Because people want to get it,
people want to.
Yeah, people want to get it. We don't want to just sit around and if I could get it, I would go and get it. Yeah. Because why do I want COVID? I don't want COVID.
It was supposed to be put in line. Now let me ask you this. I don't know how much you know about
so this thing is like another thing added to what our politicians are just like abusing the COVID.
Yeah.
This whole COVID thing, like it's getting gross. The way things are being misused and abused and that kind of stuff.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Okay, So when I heard about this thing, now I heard about it a few days ago when the news popped. Somebody asked something very important in one of the groups that I was in. This guy, somebody was like, no, this guy as a businessman, he has volunteered his place. And then the question became, and then somebody said, when a businessman volunteers something to government, what are the like terms and conditions? Like, is it just volunteering like your place? So are you just saying you're volunteering your place just like I can volunteer? Are you saying he's being treated just like any other person? Well, he can volunteer their place. And then the other question becomes, who let him know that he can volunteer his place? Like,
well, I mean, he's in the circle. So.
That's why my thing had become, who told him a place is needed, first of all?
Yeah.
Because I saw a stat that was put up somewhere. The Indian community compared to Homona is like 90-1 or something like that, or I might get the numbers wrong. But it looks like what's happening here is there's a certain the Indian community Moraunding have opted to go and get their vaccine Okay. There are some other people like you're saying, elite people, especially who are in politics. Now, some people are saying people have a right to go and get vaccines wherever they want.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
This is what some people
it's
are
like
saying.
The private hospital thing.
Yeah, it's like the private hospital thing, right? Some people are saying you can't expect Baholo ba the nation, which I get Baholo ba the nation, we're going to be saying the politicians and the elite or whoever. We can't be expecting Baholo ba the nation to be following with the rest of us.
Okay.
Or wherever they've been asking us to go. That's where they've been asking us to go.
So can I ask this?
So now hold on, you finish. And I don't know if I hear it, but I also don't hear it. You know, where people are just feeling like, no, we can't have politicians. My thing just becomes the selfish side of me just feels like, why the hell not?
Why not? Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Why the hell not? Why can't they be given a clinic on one particular day?
Yeah.
Okay, on this day, like people like us because or why can't they go to parliament? And put
it on camera.
You know what I'm saying?
People that these things are safe.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's neither here nor there.
So now my thing just becomes about the house thing. Just becomes a lot of people are just feeling like this thing is suspect, no matter how innocent it might look.
The timing also.
The timing of it is kind of off. No matter how innocent it might look, no matter how philanthropical it might look, where a guy just looks like, no, he's there.
Volunteering.
Well, but it just becomes another thing where it has a lot of people just feeling like, what are you people guys? What are you guys doing behind our backs? When did we need a location? And then how is it that when a location is needed, you know what I mean? What is this man getting? What is this man? Kind of the question becomes, what is this man getting for volunteering this house?
And is it really volunteering?
And is he really just volunteering?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And then another thing that I don't want to mention names. I'd rather have people just put everything that they hear here on us. Another one of my homies goes and says to me, he says something very important to me. Dude, if people are talking about as soon as you start using the word VIP, what does VIP mean to you? It means what happens go VIP? Don't you get a certain level of higher treatment than what other people get in the same area? So how do we know that they are in that place? How do we know that they're not even getting a better version of this vaccine? Because we might be something saying watered down or whatever is not as strong as what they have there. You get what I'm saying? And he made and now for me, I got it when he said that. He was like, why are they saying VIP?
Yeah, and is it open to the public? Yeah,
precisely my point. Because now when you say VIP, it just says La tlhopha who goes there and who can't go there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, aside from there's Wi-Fi and food there, so I really want to go there. You know what I mean? But nyaba. Re batla go itse bana gore go iragalang go kwa. Wa ba
food.
ke tla re nne mon. Do you think Dad has great food at his house?
Of course.
What do you think they're serving, like body tennis and Fanta?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
But it's Indians. What do they eat that's like the curry?
Why are you doing that? Why are you this guy?
You don't think it's curry?
No.
Get that in.
No, I don't think it's tennis biscuit or Mari biscuits.
But anyway, bro.
Or the tapas.
Oh, Indians, tapas.
Why you gotta be Indian? Those aren't the only people going to his house.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, bro, honestly, get out of it.
No, it's just suspect.
It's
the timing
suspect.
is terrible because a lot of suspect things are happening.
And this is why, no matter how innocent it might
the
be.
newspaper said 51 corruption cases have been reported of COVID. Is it 51 or 29? One of them numbers.
Dog.
So it's just suspect. The timing is suspect. The whole thing is suspect.
Yeah, man.
And there's no transparency between us and them.
Exactly.
So you can't fault the people for having what do you call it? Having questions.
Snowflazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's basically. I don't know how you guys feel, but let us know, man.
Yeah,
let us know
Let's talk about it.
In the comments.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, and then man. I don't know,
bro.
Nah, man.
I listened to your guy.
Who's this?
Hey Reese.
How's the Reese? What do you think about it?
You know what he reminds me of?
Yeah.
Reason Before Do It Like I Can. And then there's also elements of Lost Tapes. And then there's also elements of. Do you remember the time? Our homie, shout out to QXJR, holding it down under.
Down under.
Kangaroo! Yo, Kenneth, I want to ask you, have you done a shoey yet? And if you have, can we see the tape and the footage?
What's a shoey?
A shoey is when you take a shoe or a boot, and then the homies, if you're with your homies, you hack a loogie inside it.
What's a hack a loogie? Oh!
And then you pour a beer in it, and then the person has to chug it.
Kenneth,
you Australians, man.
Don't do that.
Anyway, Kenneth was on this Beethoven thing.
Yeah.
Where he was sampling a lot of woodwinds and string instruments.
Yeah.
And he made a lot of great music with that.
Yeah.
And that's what it felt like to me.
That's what it sounded like.
For me, for me, it's not a classic. Guys rush to classic so fast, bro.
Don't call it a classic.
I was just like, gents. What classic? How? You know what I mean?
Not yet.
The kid is a strong writer.
Yes.
He's a very, very strong writer.
Yes.
I will never take that from him. He's a very strong writer. So I enjoy the fact that he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
Number two, sonically, this thing is put together well. Like Scandal Republic 1, sonically it was put together well. Where everything meshes well, but it doesn't sound similar.
Yes.
When you're doing an album, gents, let me just, for some of us.
Now take it. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like I'm
now.
Trying to get a hit from there, a hit from there, a hit from there. I am building one solid body of work that I can give it to you like
you're making a hit album.
Yeah, not a hit song.
Not a hit song.
Not compiling hit songs. You see,
yes.
Before we used to go get a beat from the South, a beat from New York, a beat from Jamaica. We used to go get a beat from Afro, and then put it and try to figure out the way to put it together in an album. But now this kid found a way to give you a solid body of work sonically and also with the pen. Now my gripe is his song making ability. A lot of them, not a lot, but a few of them sounded like unfinished thoughts. Like he was just like, you know what, F it. I've got this beat. This beat is ringing off in my head, and then I'm just gonna go. And then whatever happens, happens. The engineer will figure it out. That's what it sounded like. Yeah. The cover art
I've got so many things
dope.
to say about what you're saying.
The cover art is so dope. I like the cover art. It's very. What is the term they use in art? But whatever it is, I like the cover art. It's dope. Yeah. I'm happy that he's finally put something out. A lot of people that I know, a lot of my friends are fans of A. Reese.
Yeah.
I can give you 5 off the bat. And they're always telling me about how dope he is. And for me, the only time I heard him was Paradise and those things back then. And it hasn't been really a lot that has been out since then because he was going through things, right?
Yeah.
So for me to hear a body of work like this, I'm like, damn, this kid is dope. But I can't put it at classic. You know what I mean? He's a strong writer. The beats are, I love a lot of the beats. Sonically, the album is good. The features are strategic and very smart. I like the Stogie T feature.
That hook was crazy. That whoever's singing that hook, I really like that hook.
So for me, I like it. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 plugs.
Okay.
4.
So it has elements of being a classic.
Yes, it has elements of
what
being
is
a
it
classic.
lacking from being a classic now?
Something that you can say, something that would stamp him and say, this is A. Reese.
I feel like I know.
If I described A. Reese to you, if you were to describe A. Reese to me, what would you say? What song would you give me to say this is A. Reese?
I always say Paradise.
But there was nothing. There was no elements of Paradise on this project.
Yes, because there was no A&Ring on this project. He's doing too much of his own A&Ring.
Okay, I'll give you that.
That is where now the songwriting thing comes in.
Okay.
Now, I personally feel like from everything that you're saying, you're basically saying this project has almost all the right elements of being a classic. It lacks one thing that us from the golden era would use to stamp on something being a classic, which is standing the test of time.
Well, we still have to wait, yeah.
Now we have to wait.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, thank you for the project. Now let's wait.
Yeah.
And see.
Give me 6 months. We'll see.
Let's wait and see what we'll say about your project a few things from now.
Yeah.
Which is why I understood why, as much as some people spoke about Necessary Noise being a classic then, as much as, even when it came out, you were like, this just might be a classic. But you were like, but you're not gonna say it yet.
Yeah.
And you only said it after. Is the maturity level of the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ability of an artist to create something that can hold its own years from now.
Yeah.
Is what shows if you were able to make a classic.
Yeah.
Some people can make a classic now and never make one ever again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you will never know that you're making it when you're making it. You understand? That's one thing I know for sure.
Never say I'm going to make a classic.
That's one thing I know for sure.
You always miss.
This project, yes, I would say has the right elements of being a classic. But this is why we're supposed to go and get it. Now it needs time. Now it needs time. And there's nothing he can do about it now. Like, he's giving it to the world. That's
he's giving it to the world.
Kora, this is one of those.
Maybe give us some visuals.
This is where now you've given us the child.
Yeah.
The child has been born. It's what happens to the child now in the world. Kora, how does the child turn out later? That we can say this is a good kid. You see what I mean? What I would say about now getting to the A&Ring, to getting to the song making ability thing. We come from an era where we come from the composition era. When we were taught how to write a composition, you were taught intro, body, conclusion.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
This is why even when we wrote songs, we knew we used that same structure for the 3 verses thing in a song.
Yeah.
This is why even when this is why we were even during times when we would test ourselves and try to write music about when we write storylines.
Yeah.
There's how the story starts, there's how it moves in the middle, and there's how the story ended.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because of that bit, because of being able to do that, this is why we ended up knowing this is why we always understood how to carry out a song from start to finish. I understand the whole thing about unfinished ideas. You get what I'm trying to say? I think
Money in the Bank is one of them.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
The one thing that I will say is first and foremost, I'm very happy that at his age, he writes at the level that he writes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think for people our age, we are very happy to meet a kid that writes like this.
Yeah, the kid can write.
Because this is a kid that writes the way we were trying to write at that age. You see what I'm saying? And whenever you meet that kind of person, we just gravitate to each other. When you hear somebody that writes that well, you want to meet this person and just be like, yo, dog. You know what I mean? I even remember just generally like when we were in the clique and just meeting up, I had never met you, but I'd heard you like the way you rapped, and I was like, I want to meet this guy. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I get it.
I'll never forget the time I heard that. Dun, dun, dun.
What's that?
Butterfly. No.
You see what I'm saying? I was in there.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nickel in the pocket. But anyway, like I'm saying.
Firefly, not butterfly.
Fireflies. Yes.
But yeah, anyway.
But that's why I get it. I think for me now, when I look at things like What Paradise, I know that there was a lot of A&Ring at the label when this whole thing was happening. One person that I know has a lot, is very mature on that level, is this guy's brother, PJ. The guy Benchmark. And I always feel like I wish this guy would involve his brother more in his A&Ring, because I feel like as an older head, he would be able to tell him, I think this thing is not complete.
Yeah.
Write this verse again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
I think you'd sound dope on
this. You understand what I'm trying to say? And I feel like
go do that feature.
I feel like maybe because he's got such a large following that always wants something from him, and he's built a large following, and he's very talented. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. He's been able to I think one thing that Scoop always says, firstly, just aside from what we're saying, is he wants him to get the business part of it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He feels like he could be one of those artists that could already being called up by, in the same way that, Rock Nation was scoping out for Nasty C even before he got signed to, was it Mabala back then?
Yeah.
He feels like he should already be there now, getting like those kinds of calls.
It'll come.
You see what I'm saying?
No rush. It'll come.
So it's one of those things where I just feel, and I actually feel the same way. You know what I mean? Now, I just remembered one thing that I wanted to wrap that up with. Something that our homie Benyan said. And when it comes to raps, he's one of those guys for us.
Yeah.
You know what Benyan said? Benyan goes and said something to me. He said he personally feels, and I hope my homie doesn't mind that I'm saying this, putting this there. He said he personally feels like A-Reece stands out really well in the way he raps for South Africa, only because he raps a lot like how Bots guys rap. And he basically said, if you were to take an A-Reece and put him amongst rappers mo Botswana of that caliber,
he would just...
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about it, and I was like, this guy just might be right. And then he was like, and when you look at the versatility of rappers mo Botswana in terms of just from the English to the vernac and everything, he wouldn't be that special here.
So okay, I hear that. I can even hear it.
From the writing, how he puts music together.
Even from the features that we had on Code, I can even hear it.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Hey.
Now, are you and Benyan saying that we have stronger writers in our country than they do over there? Because there was a time...
I think, I wouldn't say stronger, but as competitive, I would say,
There was a time, a lot of our artists were feared over there.
Yeah, that's a clear thing.
Before they closed the industry.
Hey, that's a very clear thing.
It started with Staga.
Yeah.
When they were just like, these are guys,
you know what I'm saying?
Like this. And then Scar was over there.
Yeah.
Then the time MC, all the way to the time MC
the
Africa
MC Africa
hit,
thing with
where they were just like,
Sybil, when they were like, whenever we take these guys on, we actually lose.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
And then there was a few homies that used to go battle over there. What's Blaine and Shay?
Yeah, and then Blaine went there, and then there was a time when
he went to the UK, no?
Yeah, he did the UK, and then there was a time when the Street Poet.
Yeah.
And then that's when he started, like, he did his, I think it was like a 3-year run of just beating guys all the time. And then there came a time when we took 5 guys there. I know Blaine was in there, I think, Elder Street Poet, I think Hawks was there, Ben Chaplin, and somebody else. But all 5 of them won all their battles.
Okay, Yeah, let's
So-
go. But I hear it. But
I would leave it
I hear
there.
I hear it.
I would leave it there. I don't know what people would say,
I hear it.
but you hear what you hear
No,
what
I
he's
hear
saying.
I hear him now.
Eh.
No, I can hear
and
it. I can hear it.
and I wouldn't be opposed to
Because
agreeing
we
with
take
it.
okay.
Because listen to the way the boy
there are some
respects
guys.
the writing.
That's what I'll say. We
Eh.
take pride in the writing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you now go down the list of should I say elite MCs or the top 10 or whatever MCs of this country, that's exactly what it is there.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Whoa. Mdu, stop it.
What's
Stop
he doing?
it. Those guys are not MCs.
He
Stop
started.
it. Stop it.
He started. Did he say?
You should say artists, not
Did he say
MCs.
hip? Did he say? I told him to
Don't
go say
say
hip hop.
MCs.
I told him to
Mdu,
say hip hop artists.
Stop it. We need to. I want to have a conversation with you
What did
on
you-
here.
Yeah, you need
Stop calling
you
them
need-
MCs.
You need to sit here.
There's a spot for you here.
And tell us what you're saying.
They're not. They are artists,
Hip hop artists.
hip hop artists, or even urban artists, if you want to do that.
Yeah, but that's
Not MCs. There's a difference,
Yeah.
and you know the difference. That's why you keep laughing every time we bring this up. Anyway,
let's not overshoot the time.
There you go.
Guys, thank you so much. We had a lot to say today.
then there's so much more that we need to talk about.
Yeah, but
So-
we'll do it. We just needed
Yeah.
to make sure there was an episode before a lot of stuff piled onto the other stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, once again,
Quick hitter, right quick. Joe Budden. You see what's going on over there at the Joe Budden podcast?
no, you told me
Rory
he's-
and Mal left.
why?
I think it's a money issue.
Oh, now
Where they
we're
feel
there.
like, oh, when now you're making so much money, how come we're not making that kind of money?
Yeah, well, now you're
I think it's
you fight
something
for your
like
money,
that.
and then when the money comes, you want to take the larger thing.
Yeah. Or why, like,
Well,
you're
or
an
the large-
executive at
or it's a-
Patreon, and like, you see what I'm saying?
Ish.
You got the Joe Budden Podcast Network, and you're making a lot of money. What about
but
us
gents-
who've been? You see what I'm saying? I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And right now he brought three new guys on. Ice, you remember Ice?
Ice from where?
Ice from Twitter. Remember Ice, where he was always making jokes about people.
Oh, that guy.
That guy.
Eh-heh.
The R&B singer dude that he's always with, Imani.
I've seen that name somewhere.
And then one of his other homies, some light skinned dude. And Parks is still there because Parks is good. Parks is just like, I've got other things going on, so it really doesn't.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Okay.
you see money.
Money. Hey,
Give us money and let's test the friendship.
Hey,
just give
then
us money.
just
We'll show you how
luckily
to.
mitanyana.
Yeah. We'll show you how to stick it through.
Show the guys what I. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But at the end of the day, man. Anyway, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, make sure you like the pages.
Notification.
Notification. Bang. So every time we put something up, it goes bang. Phone in your bang.
Yeah.
Unless you're using a Sedilam, which most bang, nothing like that. It goes to. Like yesterday when BPC took the electricity
At midnight.
at midnight.
When they expected no one to be up.
When your uncle left, before I checked
When his plane took off, the electricity went.
before he checked the meter box, he left us on low cash. Anyway, man.
And we had to borrow money. What's the code? What's the code?
King 811.
It's
Is it
811.
811 or what? Or what? Guys, yeah, just whatever it is. There's a code that you
Just
can
tell the
press
Minister of Energies or whoever, whatever they call it, to hit 811.
so that we can get back in there. All right, y'all. Catch y'all later.